Hey, Northern California bass anglers. Ready to elevate your fishing game? Ford Fairfield partners with Bass Angler Magazine to offer top-notch trucks tailored for your needs. Our simple pricing ensures a fair deal and exceptional service. We live and breathe bass fishing, participating in local tournaments to understand exactly what you need so you never miss a good bite. Visit Ford Fairfield today and let's hit the water together.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
One look and you'll know. These fired up next-gen machines are engineered like no other. Precision tuned to excel under pressure, Vexus boats have revolutionized what quality, performance, innovation, and a true rough water ride can be. Check out the long list of advantages at VexusBoats.com. After all, some things turn your head, others ignite your soul.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Whether you're chasing your next tournament win or just love the sport of bass fishing, Bass Angler Magazine keeps you connected to the heart of the action. Each issue delivers expert techniques from top pros, in-depth tournament coverage, gear insights, and the latest innovations shaping the sport. From learning new patterns to staying up to date on the biggest events in professional bass fishing, Bass Angler Magazine gives anglers the knowledge and edge they need on the water. Subscribe today and stay one cast ahead. Visit bassanglermag.com and join the community of anglers who live and breathe bass fishing.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.
Tackle Warehouse has everything you need to get out and catch more bass. Rods for every application or technique. Over 1,000 reels to choose from. Monofilament, braid, and fluorocarbon lines. A massive selection of baits from the smallest to the largest. Exclusive baits and colors only available at Tackle Warehouse. Everything you need to build or customize your favorite lures. And of course, countless options to store it all. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
All right, welcome in everybody to the BAM Trail. We are brought to you by none other than Bass Boat Technologies and Tackle Warehouse, not to mention all of our other amazing sponsors. We are down here in Lake Havasu in the desert. That's right. They have traveled 17 hours. They have traveled 15 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 20 minutes to get right here to this day. They got to make it past today. It's cut day. It is the day that none of them want to face, but if they want to go on a championship Sunday, take home $50,000 and be the Lake Havasu champion, today is the day to make your move and get to championship Sunday. We have got Luke Johns leading this whole thing with 23.06, and Austin Bonjour on the keeper side with 18 keepers. That's right. They are out there. There's keeper count. There's weight, and they are looking to move on. But, Mark, we are down here in the desert, and believe it or not, you won't believe this. It's hot down here. But the fishing has been good. The guys have been out there doing it. Yesterday, I think it was a little bit better. Mark, I believe today there's a lot more traffic out there that's a little bit hotter and the water's a little bit more stirred up, mixed up. What do you think? Is the fishing got better? The fishing got worse?
I think.
Turn it on. You got to push the bottom. There it is.
I think it's a good day to go swimming out there.
Right? You know what? And Miss Monroe, Oksana Monroe, our way person that goes over here, she's already been out there in the water twice today doing that very thing, man.
I believe it. It's hot. It's hot today. So, yeah, kind of a crazy day. Yesterday we had about 500 fish weighed on the 500 keepers. Today looks like 400. So
right.
substantially fewer fish, 100 that is. Fewer.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've had, with this weather, with this heat, we've got guys we got an entire case over here of water that's already gone through. What was that? It's Loco's Cantina and...
Yeah, Loco Cantina.
They came out, dropped off a bunch of waters, iced up waters for everybody out here. Anderson Toyota came out. They're over here feeding us snacks. They got some food set up. It is awesome down here right now.
4 to Forever is here.
4 to Forever.
4 to Forever.
Okay. And what does 4 to Forever do?
Nonprofit charity is here with pulled pork sandwiches.
Nice.
They're giving away free pulled pork sandwiches. We would hope that everybody would make a donation and help with that charity. 4 to Forever is kids events.
Okay.
So they're actually running some kids events for us. So
awesome.
Doing a good job. So we're doing some kids events this year. 4 to Forever, they're back east. They run a lot of kids events all over the place. They do one out here with Roy Hawk where they have like a couple hundred kids. So they give them all a rod and reel, some show them how to fish, show them how to tie knots, all kinds of cool stuff. So really a great organization, worthy cause, and they have some great sandwiches. I think Roy and his wife were been cooking like 2 days to make sure everybody had some food.
Wow. Don't tell Michael Bray they're free. He'll be over there right now.
I know.
We won't get him to work.
So, but, today was a different day. There was Ostrander, Christian Ostrander came by and goes, hey, there's a guy stuck on a sandbar. I go, oh, hopefully somebody can pull him out. So we go, and there's Asher Haynes. So throw him under the bus. About 30 yards up into a sandbar that's about this deep. So we look. I like got my boat up there into about this deep.
Yeah.
And then Starkey and Rick and I got out with Asher, and we pushed that boat about 45 minutes, moving that boat, jockeying that boat around, and we got it out of there though. We got it out of there. I saw on keeper count that he's caught a couple fish, so
well, that's good.
That was good. At least he wasn't stuck there all day.
He wasn't stuck there all day. Yeah.
The water's going down, so if he stayed there too long, I mean, it would have been high and dry, and I don't know how he would have got his boat out.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cameron Carver said that yesterday when he was on stage. You know, he came out, and the water is much lower than it has been. It's not where he thought it would be this time of year. And sandbars that you normally would have gone over are a little shallower now, so you got to really watch that. You know, tomorrow's Championship Sunday, they'll have to really pay attention to that, Stu. We'll see where our guys are fishing and how they're doing, but you know, it's cut day. It's the toughest day that these guys have to face. I've always said it's the most feared day in bass fishing for one reason. These guys travel all over the place. They travel, they come up here, they spend money, they come out, and you know, everything they do to get to these events all comes down to today, man. You can't go on a Championship Sunday if you can't get past this. You know, you've been a part of this circuit, not this circuit, but, you know, other circuits. This is always the day. This is always the day that is the hardest to get past. But if you make it past it, man, eyes wide open, you're out there trying to become a champion. You know, it's a tough one. What are you seeing today? 23 pounds came up and dropped on that stage, and we had, just to make the top 10 for weight, or the top 5 for weight was 1849. That's better weight than I think we thought we were gonna see out of here, but it's been pretty good. 2306. I think when I talked to Cameron on the podcast, he was talking about the fact that it was going to be right there around 17 or 18 pounds, so it's actually gone above what he thought it would be. And he lives here.
There's a lot of big fish biting right now, so it's so that's been good. There's some guys caught them today. So the camera boat was struggling today, besides fixing a couple boats and hauling a guy out of the mud. It's like every time I pulled up on a guy, he just caught a fish like 5 minutes ago. And then I hang out there for half an hour. He doesn't catch one. I leave, and then I catch another one. So it's kind of it's kind of not a lucky day for the camera boat.
Right.
Thomas got a couple on camera. I got a couple. I pulled up on Bryant Smith. He finally caught one. I had to hang out with him for a while, but he finally caught one. But so the camera boat didn't get to see a lot of fish caught, but there was 400 fish caught that we didn't get on camera.
Well, everybody, when you're listening to what he's talking about, this is the Super 60. This will be a TV show. We just dropped our championship from Clear Lake. It just came out, last week before?
Just last week, yeah.
So we just had that one drop out there. So if you're waiting, it usually takes Thomas about, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get all the footage in, re-edited, gone through, checked it. One guy doing this, man, so give us a little time. But you know what? These shows come out. They put a lot of work into them. You guys are out there putting a lot of hard work on the water early in the morning, out there trying to get fish catches. Like you said, that you pull up, guys just miss them, you don't get them. So Championship Sunday's tomorrow. There's only 10 boats to chase around, so it sometimes can be a little easier for the cameras. But we'll see how it goes. But, tune in to thebamtrail.com and check out on Outdoor Action Network and on YouTube that we have our TV shows when they come out. Check them out and tune in and see what you think about them. They're actually, usually everybody has some really good high ratings to say about them. They're good shows. You guys do a great job out there on the water. So, tune into them and see them. They'll be out there. And this one will be up in probably another 3 weeks to a month.
Something, or 6 weeks.
Or 6 weeks.
The TV shows are all our Western waters, so guys can watch them and really learn a lot what's going on. These guys are amazing anglers, so they are good.
100%.
They have to come here and figure it out blind after being off limits for 30 days. So you really get to see how these guys are thinking, how it works. A really educational show besides entertaining.
Yeah. It's good stuff to watch. It's very much in that. There's a nice thing going on this weekend, and we're right there. We're going to turn and burn in just a second, but we also have a new program going on, and it's the Observer program, right? You expanded it to Saturday and Sunday?
So, we got, I think we had 11 guys out there today, 10 guys out there tomorrow with the top 10. So they're providing a little bit of media for us, some cool clips and, videos and pictures, things like that we may not get if the camera boat is not on those people. So it's good stuff.
So if you are out there and you'd like to come out and be a part of the Super 60, be an observer in the boat, check out what these guys are doing, how they're doing it, learn all their secrets. get a hold of Mark, right? That's how you get. How do you get into the program?
Michael organizes that.
Michael Bray is the one.
Usually we'll post that on our social media, and we'll have a form to fill out. You can fill out the form, and then Michael will review it, and he vets everybody, make sure they're good to go out.
Okay.
So good for the anglers, good for the person. We just want to make sure that
it's a smooth transition. You have nothing. Yeah. You have everything good out there. But if you want to be a part of it, get a hold of Michael Bray, and we'll get down there. But right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will kick off Cut Day right here at Lake Havasu in the beautiful state of Arizona.
Tackle Warehouse has everything you need to get out and catch more bass. Rods for every application or technique. Over 1,000 reels to choose from. Monofilament, braid, and fluorocarbon lines. A massive selection of baits from the smallest to the largest. Exclusive baits and colors only available at Tackle Warehouse. Everything you need to build or customize your favorite lures. And of course, countless options to store it all. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
One look and you'll know. These fired up next-gen machines are engineered like no other. Precision tuned to excel under pressure, Vexus boats have revolutionized what quality, performance, innovation, and a true rough water ride can be. Check out the long list of advantages at VexusBoats.com. After all, some things turn your head, others ignite your soul.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. We are down here in Lake Havasu. It is cut day. These gentlemen coming across the stage right now are crossing their fingers and hoping they got the job done because they want to be here on Championship Sunday to be $50,000 richer and the champion of Lake Havasu. Let's kick it all off with a Bakersfield, California angler named Randy Maccabee. Come on up here, Randy. All right, Randy, 1849, 17 keepers. You're sitting in fourth place right now. You're going to hope you go up and hold on to that for the rest of the day. Let's see what these guys do. 5 fish that go. Good weight today, 1351. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple real quick, Randy. Gives you 32 pounds overall, and right now you are the current leader. Now, Randy, you know as well as I do that that's probably not going to hold out for very long, but you know what? Maybe a couple of those guys stumbled a little bit too. You didn't get what I know exactly what you wanted. Did it get tougher out there for you?
It got extremely tough, and you know that story Mark was telling you about the bad luck with the camera boat? So yesterday I caught 5 in a row for 18 and a half. Today, caught 3 in a row, had pretty good start, and the camera boat pulls up. I didn't get bit again until 2:30.
That's not good luck for the camera or bad. That's just bad luck for you right there, my friend.
I can guarantee you at the next tournament, that green boat's headed my way. I'm pulling a trolling motor. I'm gone.
All right, Randy. Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, you're the leader. You got 17 keepers. You got 32 pounds overall. Let me look over there. I don't know. There's some pretty good guys up there. What do you think about being here for Championship Sunday?
I'm going to go put my boat on the trailer. By the time you guys are done, I'll already be in Barstow.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for fishing with us. Congratulations. We'll see you on the next one. All right, our next angler coming out of El Dorado Hills, California, Mr. Jim Vretzos. All right, Jim. You had 1230 yesterday. You're going to need a little bit of weight. You need 592. You had 4 keepers too short to make it on keeper count. It needs to be 1230 for you to make it to Championship Sunday. It is not, my friend. It is 1130, my friend. You're not going to quite make that cut on this one, but hey, reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, and we'll chat it over for a second. 23.43 is going to put you in third right now. My guess is you went out there after weight. You might have gone after numbers, but they just weren't there today. Kind of tell us a little bit about what happened.
You know, I just went out to try and catch fish and, you know, try and boat as many as possible. I lost a couple fish, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Had a good time, and yeah, look forward to coming back whenever we come back.
Let's do it in January next time.
No, it's bad in January.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on making it this far. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next Arizona angler from Scottsdale. Let's bring him up, Mr. Matt Thomas. Come on up here, Matt. All right, Matt. $15.99 yesterday, 17 keepers. Says you're 276 right now. You're sitting in 6th place overall. 6th place moving up. 13.22 today. That's going to add on to that one. You're going to move way up the list. Reach in that bag real quick. Hold up a couple fish. That moves you up to 3rd place. Your keeper count of 17 keeps you in, looks like 2nd right now. Tied for 2nd with like 2 other anglers. Great job, man. Good fish. 29.21 overall. There's still some pretty good anglers. What are you going for? Your weight, were you going for keepers? What do? You got 17 keepers. Puts you in 2nd, tied with a couple people.
I'll tell you what, yesterday was a heck of a day. I lost a nice fish, about 6 pounds, and $15.99 overall, pretty happy. Today, I said I'm going to go for numbers. I went about an hour and 10 minutes towards Laughlin, all smallmouth today. About 1 o'clock, I made the run back out here, caught 1 largemouth on a bed, and that's all she wrote. But overall, had a good tournament, and we'll see how it reflects.
All right, man, good luck. Hope you make it. Head off to the left right there, and he'll hand you that tag. All right, our next angler coming out of Surprise, Arizona, Mr. Conrad Demix. Come on up here, Conrad. 15.71 yesterday. 9 keepers. Says you're 6 shy on the keepers. You're 348. Let's see what you got today. 5 fish that go. 12.55. Gonna move you up a little ways. We'll see if that holds out. I'm not looking at that face like there, like you're not real confident. Hey, you know what? There's a couple. You want to hold those up, say, Dad, give me some fish. Good job out there, man. That moves you up right now into 5th place. Keeper count, you're way down the list, but you're in 5th weight with 28.26 right now. I'm not sure that that's going to hold out and you're going to be fishing tomorrow. 28.26. Few anglers still right behind you. We'll see what the weight does, though. I can't make that decision. This thing's a little confusing all that time, but I don't know numbers and all that. But what do you think, man? How'd you do out there today, and where are you going tomorrow?
Definitely not going to make it. I went for the guns today and fished local where I know I need to catch 20 pounds, and I went to where 20 pounds is, and you're about to see where 20 pounds came from. And it just didn't happen for me, but part of the game. Had 3 big largemouth and a smallmouth, so only had 4 today, but is what it is. We're going to pack up the fam, maybe head over to Parker tomorrow.
All right, man. Have a good time over there. We'll see you at the next one. Thanks much. All right, our next angler coming out of Montague, California, Mr. Nick Wood. Come on up here, Nick. 882 yesterday, left yourself a bunch of work today. You're 14.25 down on to make that top 5 right now. That's got to be a good bag of fish right there, Nick. Your keeper count was 8. It needs to be 14.25. Not quite there. It's 10.96. You're going to be a little shy. I think your keeper count's a little low with 8. You got to be over. You needed 7 more to make that. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple fish real quick, man. All right, good job. You got one right there. That's a quality fish. You were around them. You just couldn't get them to go. What was going on today?
Honestly, this is the second day I've been here, and to come here with no knowledge of the lake and thinking that you're going to compete against this level of anglers, you're crazy. I knew I was going to get beat up pretty bad. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I tried to salvage the tournament, but just not knowing the lake and not knowing areas to go into, I was completely in the dark from the start. I did a little bit of research prior to the event, just trying to figure out what to do, but I put my trolling motor on high. I was covering a lot of water, just trying to figure out something. I'd get a bite, and I'd try to expand on it, and it just, I couldn't duplicate anything. Finally, at the end of the day, I flipped a few fish, but sounds like those cages are the deal. I just don't know where to, there's cages everywhere, but I don't know where the primary area that you need to be. So it's a you know, I've been doing this for a long time. I hate to say it's a learning experience, but you never quit learning. So coming here in the dark was definitely didn't help me.
You know what? It's a tough one. You're a heck of a fisherman. And you know what? If we give you just 4 more days, I think you'll get this thing figured out. Maybe, maybe not. But we might come back down here again.
I need more than 4 days, but anyway, I do want to thank some of my sponsors. I want to thank Ranger Boats, Black Bear Diner. They're a big support for me this year. Les Schwab Tires, they stepped up for me really big time, so I appreciate all their help. Ducket Rods, Buck and Bass Rain Gear, Frenzy Baits, my wife, my kids, everyone that supports me. So if I forgot someone, I apologize. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming out, and we'll. Next time I come here, I'm going to spend some more time here. I'm not going to do that again.
All right, Nick, man. Congratulations. Good luck. Hey, see you at our next event, buddy. Head off the left right there. All right, our next angler coming out of Vacaville, California, Mr. Billy Hines. Coming up here, Billy. To stay in fifth, to get up into 5th place right now, you're going to be 916 in that bag right there, Billy. You're already shaking your head a little bit like you don't know that's going to be there, but let's check it out. 916 is what we're looking for. 1391 yesterday. 1213 today is going to move you up in the top 5 right now, man. You're going to be there reaching that bag. Hold them up. You had 15 keepers overall. That's a good one. You're right there. Good job. Looks like you were on good fish. You were around some good fish. You had some things going on. What kind of happened out there today? Did it change up too much? Too much boat traffic? What's going on?
Traffic was there. That was definitely something to contend with, a little bit of traffic. But no, I fished my butt off, man. I lost one right in my hand. I mean, I don't even know how it came off, but it did, and it is what it is. Yesterday I had no trolling motor from 12:30 on, so it's been a struggle this tournament. But you know, we pulled it back, and I think we get some good points and see what happens.
All right, Billy, let's hope it holds out, man, but I don't know. A couple good anglers right behind you here. Yeah, good luck. Hope we see you, man. All right. Our next angler coming out of Yuba City, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Aaron, Too Legit Brit. All right, Aaron, 1325 yesterday, 982 is what you're a little shy of today. You have 15 keepers. Overall, you're tied with about 8th place right now for keeper count. You need to be up a little higher. You got a great bag of fish, though. 2265, everybody. Good bag of fish right there. That moves him up to 3590. That is your new leader right this second. Look at that bag of fish, everybody. Looking for a big fish. He's got a big fish. Not quite the leader, but 546 is a big fish. Aaron, great job out there, man. We're going to hand those ones off over there. Let's talk a little bit about, everybody right now wants to know what you were catching all those fish on.
Drop shot.
Okay, that's what I thought you were doing out there. That's all you ever do, really.
You know, this is a fun lake. It's been about 10 years since I've been here, and coming into this derby, I really thought I can run down south and catch a bunch of smallmouth and get to the final day on numbers, and I realized by about 11 o'clock yesterday that wasn't going to happen. Came out here to the main body where it goes down generally and caught a couple good largemouth yesterday late in the afternoon and dedicated my whole day today to doing that, and had 11 bites, caught 8 of the right ones, and we're going to get paid, which is a good thing. It's a hell of a comeback, and I don't know if we're going to make the top 10. If we do, I think I can win this thing, and I'm hoping I get an opportunity to do that.
All you got to do is make it past cut day and on into championship Sunday. All you got to do right now, cross your finger, hope that those guys didn't quite get them as good as you. Head off the left. What do you got?
Hi, Mom. I love you.
Head off the left right there. We'll see you hopefully in the morning. All right, our next Arizona angler out of Sun City, Mr. Dylan Maxon. Come on up here, Dylan. Uh-oh, Dylan. You have 1773. You're going to need 534 to make that top 5. Your keeper count was a little low with 11 as well. It's not looking great for you, my friend. That bag is not what you wanted to see coming up here. It is a 607 bag. Reach in and hold that up real quick. Let's get a picture. Yes, we are a media company that runs a bass tournament, so we always make sure we get our pictures. 2380 overall. Currently, he's going to sit in 7th. He needed to be in 5th. That's all right. We have mats up here just for that reason. All right, now let's talk a little bit about it, man. Thank some sponsors, because I have a feeling that's your day right there. Cut day, as I think, got you, buddy.
Yep, terrible day of fishing, but I do got to thank RJ Suzuki Law. He's a huge help to mine. Kevin Finley with Signature Gates. You know, he helps the whole fishing community. Without him, I wouldn't be here. My wife, mainly. Our anniversary was yesterday, so at least I caught him good on our anniversary. Today, though, really a struggle for me. But
hey, congratulations on that. How many years you got?
5 years.
5 years. He remembered that. See? Good job, man. Head off to the left right there. We will see you at our next event. Great job, Dylan. All right, our next angler coming down from Woodland, Washington. Come on down here, Mr. Cameron Black. If you go around the world, it's up. How's that? If you take the long way. All right, 687 yesterday. That needs to be a bigger bag than what it is. Today it's 697. Not going to quite get that cut day. Got you, my friend. But hey, reach in that bag, hold up a couple of them, and let's show them off. You still went out there and you got to go fishing all day in this beautiful, sunny Arizona weather. All right, let's talk this over a little bit, man. It got tough for you. It looked like it was tough for you on day 1. It's tough for you on day 2. Just couldn't quite put it together. You want to thank some of your sponsors and tell us a little bit about what happened out there.
Absolutely. So, yeah, day 1, didn't find them. So I spent a lot of the time today scouting around, cruising around, figured I better take advantage of it. An 18-hour drive, you don't get much practice. But I want to give a huge shout-out to my sponsors, Kuma Fishing. They got a lot of real exciting stuff coming down the pipe in this market for the next couple of years. Fish USA, my addicted fishing family, and, of course, most importantly, my wife and kids at home, because without them, can't do this stuff. So looking forward to seeing them after an 18-hour drive.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. I know it wasn't what you were looking for, but hey, you know what? We'll see you at the next one. See you up there. We're coming to your backyard next. All right, our next angler coming out of Discovery Bay, California, Mr. Logan Hunsey. All right, Logan, 14.55 yesterday. You're going to need 9.26 to make the top 5. You're 2 keepers shy of being in that top 5. Let's hope the weight pulls out. We're looking 12.90. That will move you up and put you in right now. Whether or not it holds on, that's up to fate and what those anglers can do. That's it. Great job. All right, Logan, let's talk this over just a hair. It's cut day, man. You're sitting right there in 9th. Your keepers aren't there yet either. What do you think, man?
I think I'm going to be going home. It was a tough week. It's hot, and there's a lot of boats out there, and the fishing's not that good, but it was fun. Thanks to my parents for coming out, my wife at home, and you guys for putting this on.
Absolutely. Well, always great to have you out here. Great to see you up here again. Head off the left. All right, our next angler coming down from Meridian, Idaho, Mr. Daryl Okamika. Come on up, 16.08 yesterday, 11.38 is what we're looking for today. 16 keepers. It says you have none right there, but we'll see what it is on the boards. We're looking for 11.38. We got 15 pounds. Good job, man. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. Good job. Good fish, man. 31.08 puts you in 5th place on weight side right now. Not the spot to be right now with that many anglers coming up, man. How was it out there for you the last couple days, man? What did happen?
Man, it's been fun. I tell you what, it had been really good. I'd been like Britt if I could have caught what I saw. Holy moly. There's some big guys running around this place that are just sneaky as heck, man. You pull around a corner and there'll be ones just staring at you, but, man, they don't want to bite. They're real sneaky. It's tough, but I had fun. I caught a lot of fish, figured out a little something today. made a little bit better, caught way more keepers. Had 5 keepers yesterday, had 11 today. So basically almost doubled my keepers, so I was pretty proud of that.
All right, well, that puts you somewhere right around 16 keepers. Going to put you about 8th or 9th, so you're not going to make it on keepers either, bud.
That's okay. Dude, I had a great tournament. Whether I make it or I don't, it is what it is. I'm pretty proud with how it turned out.
You want to thank anybody at home and all your sponsors?
My wife, my job, he lets me get away when I need to. Travis Clyde, he's a badass, and they let me come out and do this fun stuff.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming out and fish with us. Head off to the left right there. Grab that tag on your way. Good job out there. All right, our next angler. No! I see it already. He's out of Phoenix, Arizona, and his name, Cameron Carver, everybody. I wasn't ready to see the Pink Panther. You never listened to me. I said make it to Championship Sunday. All right, man, you had 21 keepers overall. Maybe you can cross your fingers to get on keepers. $13.91 overall right now for weight is not going to quite move you up. You do $30.90, puts you in second, but only on keepers with 21. Reach in that bag real quick. Hold up a couple fish. Absolutely. Great job, man. Here is this back. Oh, man. You know, Cameron, we got on the show. We talked on the podcast. Anybody want to listen to that episode? You might want to listen to it now. He had a great bunch of things to say about this body of water. He went out here and said, if they turn on to what I know they can do, I can get them. Yep. You said yesterday the water was a little too low for what you were looking for. What else changed out there? Because you got a little bit handed to you this time.
Yeah, I did. The wind would have been a factor also, and we didn't have any wind today too. So it was a little bit difficult for me to get on what I wanted to get on. And again, second guessed myself this morning. Had to make an adjustment because of the water, and came up with what I got. So.
All right, man. That's all you really can do when you go out there fishing. You know, I know this is your backyard. I know you love fishing this body of water. But I will hand you this, and you can do what you got to do. It is one of my favorite parts. I just wish more consistently you do it on Championship Sunday. Here you go, my friend.
Well, Ed, that makes 2 of us. So one of my sponsors is Owens Corning Fiberglass, and big shout out to those guys. They're the best in the business. And every event I give away a Pink Panther, it's their trademark, their mascot. And so today I'd like to have this young lady up here. If she'd come up and take the Panther, that'd be outstanding. We've got a little bit of shy going on. Okay. How about this? I'm going to come down and bring it to you. Is that good? All right.
Take the mic with you.
All right. You're so welcome. I can see that.
Oh, don't die on your way back up.
I'm trying not to. I'll give that back to you.
All right, Cameron, here's the deal. I want you to do one thing for me since this is your body of water. You fish with all these great anglers. Luke Johns had that 23 overall. Yep. Who do you think's going to win this thing now? If you're not in it, you can pick somebody else.
Yeah, I tell you what. I had a talk with Aaron Britt yesterday, and if he's doing what I think he was doing, he's probably got it. So if he can make it there. I don't know what Luke was doing, but my money right now is on Aaron. That's a pretty solid bag that he brought in today. If he makes it, he's going to walk away with it.
So what you're saying is head to a casino, pull $20 out, put it on Aaron Britt to win this whole thing. Cameron, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, man. Thanks for having us in your backyard.
Okay, so one more thing here before I get off the stage. I want to make sure that everybody knows that we're in the company of one amazing lady today. So today in the audience we have Ann Carver. She is podcast host, Let's Get Naked podcast, and she's the author of the Life Hack Playbook. If you don't have a copy of that book, you should get on Amazon or wherever you buy your literature and and go get one. It's great to have her in the audience, and I'm happy to see her smiling face over there. So
you're number one in her book is what she's saying. Yeah. Great job, my friend. Head right off to the left. Cameron, great job. We'll see you at our next event. Little cheesy advertising there, but it got worked out just fine. All right, our next angler out of Sacramento, California, Mr. Jason Bradshaw. Come on up here, Jason. All right, 17:04 yesterday. It says you need 11:23 to make that top 5 right now. Let's see what happens. Not quite there. You had 11 keepers. You were 8 shy on that side. 974 today. Reaching that bag. Hold those up. Good fish, man. All right, Jason. You were around some good fish. You had some things going on, but you're going to start your trip home a little early on this one, man, unfortunately. What do you got to say out there? And thank your sponsors, man.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Lynn at Last Chance Performance Marine. I had a job in Hemet. I'm from Sacramento. I pulled the boat down. They let me store it there for 3 days. I got done, drove 4 hours here, so it saved me from driving all the way back to Sacramento and back out again. So I'd like to thank her. They're doing a big show, boat show out in LA somewhere right now. I don't know exactly which one, but I'd like to thank them. It's a great facility. They got tackle, they got everything. You're in the Hemet area in California, go by and see that shop. It's really nice.
All right, man. Head on back to Sac this time, though. Thanks, man, for coming out fishing. We'll see you at the next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Elk Grove, California. Let's bring out Mr. Ken Maw. Come on up here, Ken. All right, Ken, 1558 yesterday. You need 1364 today, 18 keepers overall. That keepers at 18 just keeps dropping down a little bit, man. These guys are coming up with some good fish. Looking for that 1558, 1372, a little bit low there. The 18 keepers. I'm not sure where it's all going to play out. You're probably, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Ken, that puts you 18 keepers, puts you in 9th place overall right now. But you know as well as I do, you've been playing this game a long time. 29-30 is going to be down there. It just doesn't look good with the caliber of guys behind you.
No, and that's what I want to talk about. I mean, we had like 10 new qualifiers. I think 8 of them said yes. And, you know, you're in the meeting and you look up and down the field. And the field that BAM, the Super 60 is assembling is just, it's top notch. It really is. You know, you look at, you can count probably 50, 60 boats that have been won underneath that tent. You know, U.S. Open champions, MLF champions. I mean, it's just, it's a who's who in this crowd. So I'm not going to take up too much time. You know, if you're in the market for a boat, especially on Lake Havasu when the traffic is this serious, you know, Test Drive of Exus, they sponsor the trail. For people that don't know, at the championship, which you can qualify from the Pro-Ams and from the Super 60, they're giving away $100,000 plus glass Vexus with the Mercury 250. So you can still sign up. The Delta's coming up, and you know, I'm gonna get off the stage. I think I earned a trip home. I'm gonna get to see my lovely wife tomorrow. So I want to thank the Goldsteins for coming out. They made dinner last night. It was good.
Well, you know what, Ken? There's some air conditioning and cooler weather waiting for you back in Elk Grove, man. Have a good one. We'll see you at the next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Auburn, California, Mr. Ryan Hall. Come on up here, Ryan. All right, 908 yesterday. You need a big bag today. You had 8 keepers. You were 11 shy on that side. You need 20-23 to be in that bag. He's rolling it up pretty tight, man. He lifted with 2 legs and still 12.96. You're going to be a little shy. Reaching that bag real quick. Hold that up. You want to... Good job, Ryan. Good fish right there. It's got to be the hardest thing when you're around the right kind of fish and the bigger ones just don't bite. But I'll tell you what we do have for you. Right up the street, there's a place to get some food, cool off a little bit, and we're going to hand you this right here. You are our Black Bear Diner gift card winner right there for $100 from Black Bear Diner. You can get yourself a whole bunch of iced tea, man. You're going to need that. Hand that one back to him. Mark's going to have a... Mark forgot to bring the cards. Right? You can. We'll just give you that. Yeah, I'm sure they'll take it. Well, what happened out there, man? A little bit of change, some things. You had a little bit worse yesterday. You figured something out. You got a little bit going today. What happened, man?
Yeah, well, this weekend things just didn't go right. Yesterday I had big bites but couldn't get them in the boat. Today I got bites, got them in the boat, but they were a lot smaller. So I didn't really know, practice really paid off. I worked on forward-facing sonar all winter, and I ended up catching all my fish today on it with the exception of one swim bait fish. So kind of just trusting the process and hoping to get better day by day, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll be cashing checks on the scope.
All right, man. I hope you do. But right now, cut day kind of got you. Head off to the left right there. Have a nice trip home. All right, our next angler coming out of Rogue River, Oregon, Mr. Colby Pearson coming up here. All right, Colby, 1736 yesterday. 20 keepers overall. Puts you right now in the top 10 for keepers. You're in to the bottom of it. You need 1195 to be on that scale. Not quite there. Missed it by 1 pound and 100th. 1094, everybody. Reach in that bag. Hold them up. Good job. All right, Colby. Now, the 20 keepers, I think that's kind of what you were shooting for, is a little bit more keepers today. The weight wasn't quite there, what you were looking for. But that puts you right now in 8th. I'm not thinking that's exactly where you were hoping to be, but it's going to be a tough one to get out of.
Yeah, everybody loses fish. I fished not so great this week, but it's okay. Lake Havasu's an awesome place, near and dear to my heart. I love fishing down here. My first pro-am ever was at Lake Havasu, and there's no other lake that has this many big largemouth, big smallmouth. There's a lot of boats out here this week, so it's a little bit tough. I want to give a shout out and thank you to Wood Brothers Carpet and Flooring, Discount Tackle, as well as Work Sharp. Wouldn't be here without those guys, and looking forward to the next event.
All right, Colby, thanks for coming out and visiting with us, man, being down here at Lake Havasu, enjoying the fine weather away from Oregon. But right now, head off to the left, man. We'll see you at our next event. Let's see. All right. Our next angler coming up is going to have to wait just a second as we take our first commercial break. We'll be right back.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Ever struggled to navigate shallow waters without damaging your boat? Realize your boat's potential with outboard motor performance products from Bob's Machine, an award-winning world leader in the marine industry since 1978. With over 45 years of dedication to quality, Bob's Machine offers innovative hydraulic transom jack plates and accessories for your boat.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest Self-Storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
Whether you're chasing your next tournament win or just love the sport of bass fishing, Bass Angler Magazine keeps you connected to the heart of the action. Each issue delivers expert techniques from top pros, in-depth tournament coverage, gear insights, and the latest innovations shaping the sport. From learning new patterns to staying up to date on the biggest events in professional bass fishing, Bass Angler Magazine gives anglers the knowledge and edge they need on the water. Subscribe today and stay one cast ahead. Visit bassanglermag.com and join the community of anglers who live and breathe bass fishing.
All right, welcome back everybody to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. And we are here at beautiful Lake Havasu. Sunny weather, nice day. The fishing has gotten a little tougher. The numbers are coming in, some a little high, most of them a little bit down right now though. It's looking like we need some big bags to start coming in. So let's turn our eyes and our attention to Green Acres, Washington, Mr. Sean Minderman. Come on up here, Sean. All right, Sean, 1351 yesterday, 13 keepers. You're about 8 shy on keeper count. You need 1580 to be on that, stay on that sign right there. That scale's going to show us a little shy, 1189. Reach in there and hold up a couple of those fish, and we'll talk it over a little bit, Sean. All right, good fish, good fish. They just weren't exactly the ones you totally needed today, Sean. Let's talk a little bit about what happened. You know, yesterday you had a little bit better fish. Today it slacked off a little bit. Did you change over to keepers because you were a little shy of those too?
You know, I just went fishing. I love it here. It's just a really cool place. The river's amazing. I went up there. The water is getting lower, so it made it tougher for me. But had a great week. Saw my friends and family here, Caden, Stella. Just really really enjoyed being here. Love this place. It was hot, but really had a good time.
All right, Sean, you want to thank anybody right there at home?
Yeah, my wife Natasha, she came down here this week as well. I really appreciate her and Three Rivers Tackle. They're amazing, great company. A lot of new baits. He was the guy, Shannon, he was in Japan for about 2 weeks and came back with just a bunch of amazing new baits there. You can go on his website and see that. Costa Sunglasses, Mercury Ranger, G. Loomis, all great stuff.
All right, Sean, not going to quite make that day cut, man. So you're going to have to head off the left and we'll see you at our next event. Good job out there anyways, buddy. All right, our next angler coming out of Winters, California. Let's bring out Mr. Joe Mariani. All right, Joe, 17-12 yesterday, 26 keepers. Put you in first place on the keeper count right now. We're needing 12-19 to be on the weight side as well. Let's see if you can double qualify. Right now you can. 14-64. He's on some good fish. I hope you held some out for Championship Sunday. It looks like you might be there. Beautiful smallmouth. All right, Joe, this is a very unique tournament. You got keepers and you got weight. You went out there, you nailed those keepers, man. The weight was, quality, decent weight. Are you holding out for tomorrow?
Definitely not holding out for tomorrow. I mean, I just pretty much caught all I could catch today. Trying to get in with the keepers because the weights are pretty good. So figured the keepers was my route. That's what we did today. Caught a bunch of them.
All right, now Aaron Britt's sitting back here, and he's got some good fish. He's on some good fish. You think you got what it takes tomorrow to take that big check home?
We're gonna find out. There's a lot of fish moving right now. They're moving up and spawning fast and moving back down, so anything could happen, really.
All right, man. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks. Head off to the left right there. Our next angler, he had 26 keepers yesterday. He had 1573 yesterday. Today he's going to need 1358. He's out of Boise, Idaho. Let's bring him up, Mr. Adam Deacon. All right, Adam. 1358 is what we're looking for on weight side. 26 keepers. You're tied right now for second place for keepers. That's a good place to be right now, man. That's a lot of keepers to have in the boat. Weight-wise, you needed that 1358, Everybody, that wasn't even slightly a problem. 21-20 right there. He dropped a big, big bag on the stage. You can weigh a big fish. We'll let you. He's going to hold up some Havasu giants. Which one do you want to weigh for big fish? Right now, our current big fish leader is 695 with Nick Cloutier. You were right there, but just a little shy. 654 for that big fish. So close. We'll see how many he pays back. Now, let's talk about it, man. It's day 2. It's cut day. You're sitting in first place. Overall, you got great keepers. You got monster weight as well, 36.93. Odds are you're fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, man, I'm fired up. I love this place. Favorite lake in the country, these desert Colorado River chain lakes. It reminds me, I'm from Colorado originally, and we have these small desert lakes, and I just love the way they fish. The smallmouth, the largemouth, all of it, clear water.
Tomorrow, you got what it takes to take this thing home?
We'll see, man. If the cards fall, we'll let the cards fall where they may. We're going to try really hard. We're going to go catch as many as we can, and hopefully we've got enough left.
Well, you know, Cameron Carver didn't pick you. He picked Aaron Britt. I think you should take that a little bit personal.
I think that's a good point. You know, I'm a little bit offended.
All right, man. Head off the left right there. We'll see you in the morning. All right, our next angler came a long, long way, but he came down ready to play. Kalispell, Montana, Mr. Jason Crone coming up here, Jason. 24 keepers, man. That's good number right there. You had 1671. That was a good bag of fish. Let's see what you can back it up weight-wise with. 1260 is what we're looking for that scale to say. He did it. 1459. Good weight, man. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple fish. He's at 24 keepers. 3130 overall. He's sitting in fourth place on weight, or fourth place on keepers right now. Looking pretty good. You're a little down on weight, but I think you're going to make it with the keepers right there. How you feeling?
I feel like I'll be on the bubble, which that's a good thing, I guess. But you know, thankful. And this, I've put a lot of miles coming down to Havasu. You know, I love it down here. Daughter gets come down every time. You know, it's a great place for always to bring your family. A little hot this time, but you know, I hope to be fishing tomorrow. Not sure what I'll really do to get the big ones, but just fish new spots. And if not, you know, thanks wife and daughter and Alpha Angler, and I did lose a rod off my deck, so not happy about that, but I'll talk to Boomer about that.
Where did you lose it? All right, man, I'll tell you what, those rods are great rods, but hey, they don't float. We will see you hopefully tomorrow. All right, our next angler coming out of Paso Robles, California, Mr. Dan Frazier. Coming up here, Dan. Watch your step. We put that just for you, Dan. 1382 yesterday. You need 1549 today. You have 17 keepers, which means you're about 4 shy on that. You're a little bit shy on your overall weight that you need. 1267 today. Reach in there, hold that up. All right, Dan, good job. All right, Dan, we look at the scoreboard and we know what that means, man. Nope. Cut day just took you. I've always said it doesn't matter what it is, how good of an angler you are, because you are a great angler. You're on the Super 60 for a reason. It doesn't care what your name is.
I know.
It only takes the weight you bring to the scale, man.
I want to point out, I think that they still should give an old guy a discount.
He's old. We can't.
I mean, come on, Mark. I should get a couple pounds.
I'll tell you what. I'll ask all the anglers if they need you to give you a little bit of their weight for you. How'd that be?
They're going to say no.
I bet they do.
But you know what? I want to thank everybody. You know, this, you know, Super 60's been great. I got to say, I had boat trouble the other day. My power poles weren't, and one of the staff just jumped in the boat, started helping me. I mean, these people want this thing to run right. They want to give everybody, a chance. And my poles didn't work, and then they did, and I needed them. So, to whoever he is, thank you very much.
All right, man. Thank you for coming up and fishing with us. Sorry you didn't make that cut. We'll see you at our next event. Great job, Dan. All right, our next angler coming all the way down from Pasco, Washington, Mr. Justin Campbell. All right, Justin, 11:33 yesterday, 1798 is what you're going to need today. Your keeper count was a little low. You only had 15 on those. Let's hope that weight kicks in. We're looking for 1798. Let's hope for a big bag, man. Take the hand off of there. It is a giant bag. 2191, everybody. $33.24 overall. Puts him right now in third place overall on the weight side. He's going to hold up some good Havasu bass. I'm going to ask you one vital question. Do you want to weigh a big fish? I was thinking you might. He's going to put that on the scale. We're going to wait. It was a 695 that he had to beat. You did it. 712. Man, not bad of a fish right there at all. All right, man, that puts you up there a little bit. Now, you're in third on the weight side with a good bag of fish, 33.24. But if I look over there, I see some guys who think they might have that too. They might be some good ones. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, there's still a lot of guys to go. Man, it's tough out there. Super hot. Fortunate to catch what I caught. Just put my head down and went fishing today, so we'll see how it goes.
You're down here in Arizona, and I've been told there was a lady out there wearing a parka. I don't think it's rather hot yet for them.
Yeah, I mean, I was in dang near snow bibs before I came down here from Washington, so I get it.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Cross your fingers and hope for the best for you, because those guys are trying to knock you off. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you here tomorrow. All right, our next angler coming out of Boring, Oregon, Mr. Daryl Burkhart. All right, Daryl, 787 yesterday. You left yourself a lot of hill to climb. You got 8 keepers, even more of a hill to climb with that one. Let's hope that bag is 23.22. Nope, but you should go to a casino because that's 999, my friend. Reach in there and grab a couple of those fish real quick. All right, good job. But, Daryl, the ride home starts today for you, my friend.
Well, it's actually going to start tomorrow, but I got to thank the good Lord for having me here. I want to thank my wife for coming along with me on this trip. I want to get a shout out to Nixon's Marine and Skeeter Boats, Yamaha Motors, Weston GMC, and GSM Outdoors. Without them, I couldn't be here.
All right, man. Thank you for coming up here and fishing. You did a great job out there, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. Head off the left right there. All right, our next angler coming out of Roseville, California. Let's bring up Mr. Bryant Smith. All right, Bryant, 1874 yesterday was a good bag of fish. You need 1235 today. Your keeper count is up there at 20, so you're right there on the bubble with that one as well, man. You need 1235 in that bag right there. You've got done easily. 1710, good weight, man. A little less than yesterday, but still a quality bag. Put you in third overall on weight side. All right, good job, man. But Bryant, third place with those kind of anglers coming up behind you, I don't think you're feeling as secure as you might want to.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm actually hoping for 11th place because I got to catch a plane at about 12:30 tonight to go back east. But just trying to get as many points as I can, and it's been an awesome week out here. Lake Havasu is one of my favorite places to fish. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to Greater Bay Protective Services and then On Water, new company I partnered with this year. It's a fishing app that has AI. It has incredible mapping. It does everything, and it's designed for beginners to advanced anglers. It works for everybody. So if you guys want to catch more fish, go download On Water.
All right, my friend. I will hope for 11th place for you. Head off to the left right there. We'll see what comes up. All right, our next angler coming out of Atascadero, California, Mr. Nick Salvucci. There it is. The crowd went wild. All right, man, 1140 yesterday, 11 keepers overall. You need a great big bag. It needs to be 2061. It is not. It's 1363. Nick, reach into that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. All right, Nick, good fish. 10 more just like that, and you'd have been right there. All right, Nick, let's talk a little about it. It got a little bit tougher today. Did it get a little easier for you? Did you figure anything out? And unfortunately, you won't be able to test it out tomorrow.
Oh, it was a fun week. I just missed it this week and didn't catch them. But I want to thank the Goldsteins for screaming and for cooking dinner last night. Say hi to my girlfriend Jordan, Parker, Owen, and my mom back home watching.
All right, Nick, thank you for coming out fishing with us. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Wildemar, California, Mr. William Ponting. Come on up here, William. All right, William, 1171 yesterday. Your keeper count is a little too low unless you got 11, but you only have 11. You needed 11 more. You need that bag to be a giant one at 2030. You did a good move, had something close. 1465. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple fish. Good fish. Good fish. 2636 overall. Good bag of fish. Good way to go. But you know what? Unfortunately, it means you didn't make that cut. Let's talk a little bit about it and say, a little something to the people at home, buddy.
We have to?
You have to.
All right.
You've been making way too much noise on social media now. You've been paying enough money. That means when you get on the stage, you got to do your job.
All right, you guys hire Jen Muse. She'll make you a star on, what is it called, social media.
All right, William. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Selma, California, Mr. Craig Kong. Come on up here, Craig. All right, yesterday you had 952 and you had 4 keepers. You need a lot more keepers. You need a lot more fish right there. You're looking for a bag that goes 2249. You gave us a bag that goes 383. Go get the rest of them. All right, Craig, hold up that fish real quick. You know, 4 more just like that, and you'd have been talking a whole different game right now. All right, Greg, it was not your best showing ever, but you came out here to the desert, you got to fish, you got to see it. I mean, you live in a desert, right? So you're used to this.
Yeah, a little different desert. It's my first time here. Had a good time. Man, I feel like I was fishing a completely different lake. I just could not get with it. But I had a good time. I want to thank you guys for putting on a great event. I want to thank Family Home and the sponsors that help support me, Bonner Lacefield Marine, Freeway Toyota of Hanford, and Fresno Tackle.
All right, man, you're telling me that wasn't fishing just like Kauai?
No, not quite.
All right, man, head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. Great job. All right, our next angler coming out of here, Alameda, California's own Mr. Zach Thompson. Falling around, making a spectacle of himself. This is how he rolls right there. Didn't crash and burn. He learned that from his wife right there. Don't crash on your way anywhere. All right, 1326 yesterday. You need a big, big bag, 1875. That is not going to do it. 1255. You need a few more keepers. You had 18. You're 4 shy on that one. Reaching that bag. Hold something up. All right, man. The drive starts maybe in the morning, but you know what? Today's probably for you.
Yeah, it was tough. Let me have this for a second, Ed. I got to say thanks first and foremost to BAM for running these tournaments. Like Ken said earlier, you look down the leaderboard and you look down the roster, and we're fishing against some amazing guys, so you really got to be on your game every day. Appreciate Mark and the crew for putting this on. I got to say thanks to DCR Propeller. If it wasn't for Frank in Sacramento, if you need some work done on your motor or you need prop work, I recommend talking to Frank. DCR Propeller, St. Croix, 7 Reels, Costa Del Mar, Spear Point hooks, Bioenno batteries. But it was just a great week. Thanks for support. It's a great crew out here. And today wasn't that good. Yesterday wasn't that good, but I got some points, and off to the next one.
Keep going, my friend. All right. Zach, good job out there. Thanks. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Auburn, California. He's coming on up. Mr. Carl Okerman. All right, Carl. We got you a gift. Oh, I'm just kidding. All right, buddy. Yesterday, you just said, you know what? I can do it all in one day. We'll see what happened. Good weight, though. 1508. Your keepers were 11. Neither one of those are going to get you to move on, but reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Good job. Things always happen. Communication errors, things like that, reading, they all come into play, right? Let's talk about what happened out there, yesterday, today. What's going on?
So yesterday, I have nobody to blame but myself. When I looked at my phone, I looked at the wrong category for my check-in time, and I was an hour late, so started off with 0. Went after keepers. The fishing's getting better out there. The boat traffic is horrendous right now. Everybody's out there with those boats with blowers on them and the twin 450s, and there's a helicopter chasing the one down there filming. So yesterday I should have got out there and at least got on video, but no, it's an incredible place out there. This is my 6th day of fishing out there, and wish I get one more day, but that's how it is.
All right, Carl, great job. Sorry there was a mistake right there, but you know what? We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Bakersfield, California, Mr. Kenneth Cleveland. All right, Ken. We're up here at 1647 yesterday, 16 keepers overall. A little shy on the keeper count, but we're looking for a 1554 to be dropped on that scale. Didn't quite do that. 1162. Reach in there, hold up a couple fish, let's get some pictures, and we'll talk it over a bit. All right, Ken, that means that today's probably your start home day. You go out there, you're fishing really hard out there, you get some good weight. What happened out there for you?
Yeah, they just pulled some water, and I was just throwing a fly, and I just had a bunch of them come up, follow the fly, and then go back down. They wouldn't commit to it, so I just adjusted. I didn't adjust fast enough, really. But Havasu's always fun. It's beautiful here. It's pretty hectic this weekend, but fun nonetheless. Thank you guys for putting this on. Thank my wife for taking care of everything at home, everybody that helps me, Callie and Drew. I'll see you guys in a couple hours.
All right, man. Great job out there. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming up here from Oakdale, California, Mr. Ish Monroe. All right, Ish. 11:02 yesterday, 21 keepers overall. Says you're about 4 shy on the keeper count right now. You're going to need 20.99 to be in that bag. You didn't quite get there either. 1360. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, get some pictures, and we'll talk it over. Good job right there. Had some good quality fish. Just not exactly the ones you needed. This man fishes all over the country, fishes all over the place, comes back here and chooses to fish right here on the Super 60 with us as well. You got Angler's Paradise going on out there. You got a whole bunch in your plate, you know. What's going on out here on the water, and you know what going on out there for you?
Well, I mean, today basically was I'm going to run up the river and I'm going to throw a river to sea rover because that's the way you catch a lot of keepers on this place, especially with as hot as it's going. I had the bites today to have roughly about 20 keepers, but when you're throwing top water, they jump off, they miss it, and only coming in with 15 keepers today was pretty tough. Yesterday, I tried to make adjustments, but I know with this boat traffic, you make a run up the river on day 2 where you can get into some of those backwaters and stuff where the big boats aren't going to be. And so the plan worked out, just yesterday hurt me.
All right, man. Well, unfortunately for you, that means that today starts your trip home. You guys going to stick it out?
Yeah, we'll probably leave in the morning.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us. You did a great job out there, but it wasn't enough. Head off to the left. All right, our next angler coming out of Ione, California, Mr. Jason Austin. All right, Jason, welcome back up onto the stage. Yesterday you had 12:07, 12 keepers overall, about 13 shy on the keeper count. Let's hope that bag has 1994 in it. He's going to have to even push harder than that because I never saw it hit that. 8:01 is what we got today, man. Hold up a couple of those bass and we'll talk a little bit about it. All right, Jason, it's been getting a little tougher and a little tougher. Everybody out there's talking a little about it. What happened with you today?
It was a little tougher today than it was yesterday, but to be honest with you, I just never figured them out. So I had a little bit of a rough tournament. Poor execution didn't help either, but yeah, I didn't generate the bites I needed to do, and against these guys, you can't do that. So it is what it is. I thank BAM, I thank my family and everybody watching, and everybody supports me.
All right, man. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us. Do appreciate it. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming up here from Jackson, California, Mr. Earl Dalton III. Good to see you, man. You're back up on the stage. Yesterday you had 1472. You've got 24 keepers overall. You are sitting on that bubble with that right now. You need that bag to weigh 1729. Did you put a move on it? Not quite a good enough one, but you did. 1490, everybody. Good weight right there. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple fish. Good job, man. Oh, you were right there, man. You're just a little out of it. Keepers-wise, you're just a little out of it weight-wise. But the day to go home is today, unfortunately, for you, my friend.
Yeah, it's all good. It's always fun just get a chance to come out here and represent my family. I always love to fish against everybody. And obviously, BAM has got the cream of the crop out here, the best of the West. So I'm just always proud to be able to come out here and compete against these guys and represent Jackson Rancheria.
Just remember, you are one of the best in the West because you wouldn't be standing on this stage right now. You did a great job out there. We'll see you at our next event. Head off to the left. Man, we got some good anglers. We got some Arizona anglers. We got some California anglers right there. But all of them are going to have to wait just 1 second while we take our next commercial break.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS Outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Tackle Warehouse has everything you need to get out and catch more bass. Rods for every application or technique. Over 1,000 reels to choose from. Monofilament, braid, and fluorocarbon lines. A massive selection of baits from the smallest to the largest. Exclusive baits and colors only available at Tackle Warehouse. Everything you need to build or customize your favorite lures. And of course, countless options to store it all. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. It is Lake Havasu. We are about halfway through right now, but we got some good anglers getting ready to come up here. This board is not set. Who's going to be here on Championship Sunday? We're finding out today. Right now, we're going to go to Mesa, Arizona, and bring up Mr. Marty Lawrence, everybody. That's right, Marty. They're going wild and crazy for you, man. Well, at least one table. All right, you had 1351 yesterday. You had 12 keepers. You were 13 keepers shy. You needed 1850 up there. You were 10 pounds shy of that. 883, man. Hold up a couple fish, and let's see how long the commute's going to be for you today. About an hour. Good job. You got one of each right there. I didn't see a striper in there, so that's a good thing. All right, Marty, you know, this is your backwood, your backwater. You fish here all the time. This is the only place you ever fish. We talked about it a little bit. We know how hard this thing can be. And there's always that home field advantage thing that kind of goes out the door. You know, when you're talking about it, today's going to be one of those days you got a quick drive home, though, so that's a good part, right? Some of these guys got 17 and 18 hours to go. Let's talk about what happened to you out there and what's going on in this water.
Well, it didn't happen, that's for sure. Had some boat issues and kind of got me spun out, but I just didn't catch them. I got around a few, and then I couldn't get them to bite when I did. So that's one of them days. It sucks to suck at home.
It does. There's a bunch of people out here that were going, you know what, Marty Lawrence is taking this whole thing. It wasn't Cameron Carver, though, so don't worry about that. He called somebody else. All right, Marty, head off the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. Great job out there, though. All right, this man yesterday dropped a monster sack on the stage, 2306. He was leading it all. He had 25 keepers. He's going to need 895 to stay up in there today. Let's bring him up out of Folsom, California, Mr. Luke Johns. Coming up here, Luke. All right, you only need 895 right now to stay up there in the top 5. 25 keepers is a good place to be as well. 1889, everybody. Another good bag. Wow, great job, Luke. Those are some good Havasu bass right there. He wants to weigh that one out or no? All right. All right, Luke, it looks like you were going to be there tomorrow because right now on weight side you have 41.95 and 25 keepers. You're pretty solid. You're going to be here tomorrow. The question that everybody's going through their head right now, though, is did you save any of those giant bags for tomorrow?
I think I did. I probably fished for about 4 hours each day, and the rest of the time I spent my time looking and practicing. So same thing happened today. I left my fish biting at probably I'd say, 11 o'clock, and then went looking for a long time, rolled back into one area just to see if they'd bite in the afternoon, and stuck two that culled up about 3 more pounds in probably 10 minutes. So I know they're eating out there. I got a lot of spots, a lot of water to burn. It's almost too much. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's exciting. didn't have the greatest year last year, so to start the season off the way it's going right now, it's phenomenal. So I got to give a big thank you to everybody who supports me. Got a new sponsor on the jersey this year, Ellis Plumbing, Sacramento located commercial plumbing. If you guys have any needs for that, make sure you reach out to them. Got to support the people who support our fishermen. And I got to say hi to my girlfriend, Mary Lou, and to my parents. And I think they got a long drive ahead of them because they said they'd come down if I did Sunday. So hopefully traffic ain't too bad. So I'll see you guys soon.
Well, I don't know if they started yesterday, seeing you had a great big bag. But you know what? Come on down to the desert. He's going to be waiting for you, Luke. We'll see you in the morning. Head out to the left. All right, our next angler coming out of Brentwood, California, Mr. Tyler Madden. Coming up here, T-Mad. All right, man, 21 keepers overall. 1522 yesterday, 1704 needs to be on that scale right now. We're looking for 1704. We're going to get 1553. Reaching that bag, hold them up. Let's see if that 21's going to hold out, but you're about 4 shy on the keeper count. 30-50 overall right now. It says here you're just a little shy on both sides, unfortunately, man, but what are you thinking? How did it go out there for you?
Man, I had a fun day today. I caught a bunch more fish. Yesterday I only had 9, so to come back and catch 12 today, it was a big jump. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was braving the heat was something, but it was fun. So just like to thank all my sponsors, Team Rain Shadow and Western Angler. I used all those rods today, put them in the boat, never lost a fish today. Yeah, just super excited to be here and be back for another year. And thanks to everyone watching back home. My dad helped me get here, my girlfriend, and then all my family back home. Thank you.
All right, Tyler, great job, man. We'll see you at our next event. That is a heck of an angler that just got cut right there. These guys can breathe a little bit easier on that one. Our next angler coming out of Oakdale, California, Mr. Randy Pearson. All right, Randy, 1348 yesterday. You got 17 keepers. It says you're about 8 shy, man. But we are looking right now for 1853 to be in that bag to put you in that top 5 on weight. You dropped just a little shy of that, 1733. Reaching that bag, let's hold a couple of them up. Some good quality Havasu bass right there, everybody. Randy, that's got to be a little tight right there. You're about $120 shy on the weight, and you're about 8 shy on the keepers. What was going on out there for you, man?
It started, I had a couple misfortunes out there today that I didn't take advantage of. I regrouped, and I was going to go for keepers today, and then just kept on going along, and I had one fish for a long time, and then I got onto something. Luke helped me out a little bit with a bait change, so that helped. Thank you, Luke. And then I was going to run and try to go for keepers, and then when I caught the big one, which was between 5 and 6, then I figured, well, I'm catching fish occasionally, so I'll just stay here and maybe catch a few fish and then catch a couple of good ones and, try to get in either way. And the bite pretty much died for me at 2 o'clock. I didn't catch a fish after 2 o'clock, so that was, a little bit of bad decisions, but you never know. And this format is so much fun, and it makes you think, and it makes you work for it. So we'll see. Hopefully I can sneak into a check, but happy with the way things went. And I got to say hi to my wife and Megan and Jacob, and then my parents and brother and all the fans, and support from everyone, and I appreciate it. And sponsors, Chicken Ranch Casino, Spear Point Hooks, River to Sea, iRod, and a few others. So thank you.
All right, Randy, sorry, but the trip home starts today for you, my friend. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Angels Camp, California, Mr. Hayden Lee. Coming up here, Hayden. All right, Hayden. 1028 yesterday. You got 12 keepers. You're about 13 keepers shy of what you need, and you're about 2173 shy on weight. Let's see what that bag's going to do. It's not going to quite be there. 15:37 reach in there. Hold up a couple of those bass. Let's get some pictures. All right, some good Havasu bass. All right, Hayden, you're just a little shy, my friend. I don't know. That's it just kind of got you here. What went out there?
Yeah, it was tough. With no practice and stuff, and all these good anglers, you got to make the right decisions right off the bat. And if I was gonna win, it was gonna be flipping and frogging and stuff, and it didn't work out. So thank you to all my family and my friends that support me, and thank you for watching.
All right, Hayden. Great job out there, man. Head off the left right there. See you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Glendale, Arizona, Mr. Ty. Ayoo. All right, Ty, 15:56 yesterday. 24 keepers overall. You're sitting right there on that bubble, man. It's going to be close. Need that bag to weigh 1645. It weighs... Wow. Giant bag. 25.19, everybody. That is going to move him up to 40.75. He may have just made the cut. That is a monster bass right there. You want to weigh that for big fish, I'm guessing. Let's put that thing on the scale. Everybody, it has to be over 712. Not nearly the issue you would think. 892! That's your new big fish right there. That is a monster Havasu bass. All right, Ty, let's talk that over, man. Everybody wants to know. You got them all on?
Yamamoto Senkos. Yeah, hey, that's my primary deal here is just the key thing is just covering a lot of water, using your eyes. And, I mean, I'll tell everybody exactly how I caught that one. I was just covering water, trying to practice for tomorrow, and I see, like, this blob floating out in the middle of the backwater. So I thought it was a carp, but as I got closer, it wasn't a carp, so I just threw my Senko past him and just worked it right in front of her face, let it drop. She surged, but I didn't know she had it. I didn't see her mouth flare up or anything, so I'm just working my Senko when I realized my line is actually moving with her. So I just reeled down, set the hook, and I mean, she had it absolutely swallowed. But yeah, what a fish. I mean, after I caught that one, the game plan changed because the original game plan was actually go out and catch numbers. And after I caught that one, I knew that I had to adjust on the fly and just went out there and figured I'd, catch a few more, called 2 more within the next hour and a half, started practicing at 11.
All right, man, this is one of those formats that you can do that. You shift on the fly. This whole thing, I know it's all new to you. How is this working out, the whole keeper count, weight kind of thing? And did you save any weight for tomorrow?
I think I did. I mean, there's a few out there that I saw that I didn't catch. So, but yeah, I mean, yesterday, today, I mean, my mind is just racing. What do I do? What do I do? So I just kind of let the day dictate what, I'm going to go do. And again, I'm super thankful that things worked out. I was able to adjust, and looks like I'll be fishing tomorrow.
All right, man, with that kind of weight, I'm pretty sure you're going to be here. Head off to the left. We'll see you in the morning. All right, our next angler coming out of Stockton, California, Mr. Robert Reel. Coming up here, Robert. Yesterday you had 7 pounds. You're looking way up right now. 12 keepers. Not quite going to do it. You needed 13 more than that to make it in the top 5 on the keeper count. We're needing a bag right there that goes 26, 22. We get a bag that goes 13.94. Hey, you went better than yesterday. You caught some fish. Get in there right there. Get a couple of them out. Let's show them off. Get some pictures. All right, great job right there. Now, yesterday you had 7. $13.94 today, so you figured something out a little bit, but it's not going to quite be enough to get you on to Championship Sunday. What do you got going? What do you want to talk about? A little bit of it. Thanks some people at home.
Well, definitely want to thank Heather, who's out here with me with the dog, always supporting my sponsors, Battalion 1, Donkey Slayer, and Valorware. But, yeah, they always say you can't win it on the first day, but you sure can lose it. That's what I did yesterday. A little bit of a hiccup, got some penalties, but take it with a stride and a smile and keep going out fishing and catch some fish.
All right, Robert. Didn't quite make it this time, but you know what? Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. Great job out there just the same. All right, our next angler coming all the way from Red Bluff, California, Mr. Greg Gutierrez. All right, Greg, welcome back up to the stage. 13.79 yesterday, a little bit of a snag in there. 13.54 overall. You need that bag to go 19.71. Your 25 keepers right now has got you up there high enough it may hold out. 1971 is what we're looking for. 1034 is we got. Reaching that bag. Hold those things up. Good job. There you go. Don't worry. They always look big, Greg. All right, come on. All right, man. 25 keepers. I know that seems like that's what you were shooting for today. Is that all you were going for?
Yeah, I was going for keepers. I covered a lot of water looking for them. Just had I had the drops yesterday, and it really cost me. I think I lost about 10 fish yesterday. I had 4 fish on today that I lost. But, we all lose fish. But some of those things I should have controlled, and it just didn't. So, I'm going to own that, I'm sure, if I don't make the top 10 cut. But that was the plan, was to make the cut, and then I'm just going to go out and try and figure out a way to catch a big one.
Greg, I come up on this stage all the time. I never lose fish. They're always right there. I don't know what you're talking about. This is crazy.
You're catching them in the big bucket right there. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say thanks to a few folks. First of all, Dan and Lana for taking care of my dog. It's awesome. All my friends and family that are following me and on Facebook and all social media with BAM. My new girlfriend, Debbie, who is brand new to fishing, so it's kind of interesting. And all my sponsors and all you folks for coming out, too. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
You didn't bring Debbie down to the heat?
No, she's working.
Somebody's got to make some money, right? All right, buddy. Thanks. We'll see you. All right, our next angler coming out of Oakley, California, Mr. Scott Head. Come on up here, Scott. All right, man, yesterday you had 188 and you had 4 keepers. I have the slightest feeling that today you get to start heading home. Let's see what that bag's going to say, though. It may say 40 pounds. It does not. It says 6 pounds dead even. Reach up there. Hold that real quick. Let's get a picture. Don't worry, there's a big padded floor up here. It'll be fine. He walks the same way. All right, Scott, it was a tough tournament for you, man, but you came down here, you got on the Havasu. What happened out there?
I don't know. This place always has it for me. I haven't fished here in about almost 2 decades, and I had a rough time back then, too. Just can't figure it out, and it's all right because you can't win them all. Love the place. It's an awesome place. The scenery's awesome. I'm going to go out and probably fish tomorrow just to figure out how I didn't catch them. And anyway, we're going to pack up and get home, get on to the next one. But real quick, I just wanted to say thanks to my wife who basically takes care of the whole house of refugees, fishermen that live there. And my sponsors, 5 Exxons, Power Rods, Braybeck Buzzbaits, Hardcore Waterfowl, Whitewater Fish, and all the rest of them. Thank you very much. We'll see you at the next one.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Head off to the left. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Chester, California. Let's bring out Mr. Mark Pilgrim. They get loud and crazy for the Chester band. All right, buddy. you need a lot of weight. 2075 needs to be in that bag. You needed 12 more keepers than what you got. You have a bag that weighs 1349. Reaching it right there. Hold up a couple of those bags to show them off, and we'll talk a little bit about the trip home. All right, good job, man. I like that you were still focusing on those smallmouth. You know how to catch them very well. It's your home water that you do that in. You know, I talked to your lovely wife, Erica, out there. She said, you guys didn't bring the trailer down and sit in this nice heat in that. You know, you went out and got yourself a hotel room. And let's talk a little bit about what happened out there, man. That water just turned you up a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, I was kind of in the mix for keepers, so my plan was to run out there and catch some keepers and get a check. And I caught a 4-pound smallmouth my first cast, and I went, well, I guess I'm going for weight. And I caught 4 really quick, and then probably in the first hour I had 4, my 4 good ones, and then I never got bit for 6 more hours after that. So, yeah, I know it was fun. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time. There's a bunch of guys in line, but just want to say thanks to my wife, Erica, my mom, for showing up, and got to say huge thank you to Arch Oil, Shields, and GSM Big Bite Baits. Without those 3, I wouldn't be here. So huge thank you to them. Thank you to BAM. It was hot, but you guys always do a good job. So yeah, it was awesome.
All right, Mark, thank you very much, man. We'll see you at our next event. Head off to the left. All right, our next angler coming out of Paso Robles, California, Mr. Kyle Goldstein. All right, Kyle. 1802 is what you need. Your keeper count was just a little too low. Looking for a big, big bag right there. He's going to have to lift with both legs, but I don't think it's going to quite do it. 1802s we're looking for. Good move on it, though. 1117. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple. Let's get some pictures. Come on over here. Now, Kyle, it was a tough one out there. You're not going to quite make the cut day tomorrow. You're not going to be here for Championship Sunday. What happened out there for you?
Man, not too much good. I'll save you guys time. Let these guys keep weighing. I don't got much cool to say. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming out fishing. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Pasco, Washington, Mr. Ty Manarola. All right, Ty, 1601 yesterday. Your keeper count was 14. That's about 12 shy of what you needed to make it on keeper count. You need that bag right there to weigh 1724 to move up to the top 5 on weight. Doesn't quite do that either. It's 1547, everybody. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. Nice Havasu fish right there. Good job. All right, Ty. Man, this is one of the first times I don't get to see you on Championship Sunday. I don't know what's happening right there. Got a long drive home, man. You going to start tonight?
I'm actually heading straight to Clear Lake with a local guy, Jesse Marquez, my team partner. We're going to go fish the ABA Elite. But, yeah, Havasu had my number this week. I caught 5 keepers all day. Had a couple missed opportunities, but fishing in the structure and cages out here, that's going to happen. I just couldn't figure it out. I was around the right fish. I was around a lot of the guys that are catching big weights. I just couldn't really figure them out. But my whole family came down, so that was awesome. Alyssa and Paisley are back home. We didn't want baby in this crazy heat. But miss y'all. We'll see y'all soon. And, yeah, I got some new partners this year. Skeeter Yamaha, running a Skeeter all year this year and for the future, and that thing's amazing. I'm super impressed with it so far. And Block 1 Distillery, new co-title for me. They're awesome. It's a new vodka company. It's a distillery, local farm to table or farm to bottle vodka out of Pasco, Washington. It's a pretty cool deal. So thanks to James and Karis and all them. And yeah, it's a good start to the year. Hopefully we squeak in and get a check. I don't think we're gonna be right on the bubble, but yeah, the goal is AOIs. So we didn't completely lose that. If we top 10 the rest of the year, we'll have a shot. So can't be mad at it.
Go get it, man. You got it. All right, Ty, we'll see you at our next event. Great job out there. All right, our next angler coming out of Paso Robles, California, Mr. Wyatt DeBusk. All right, Wyatt, yesterday was a stumble, my friend, 194. 13 keepers means you're 14 shy. That bag has to be a giant one at 31-31. Hey, you put a heck of a move on. You straighten that ship out. 16.59. Reach in there, grab a couple of them out. Mark. All right, Wyatt, great job, man. You got one that turned that thing around right away. Now, Wyatt, don't leave just yet. Come on over here. Mark's got run thing right there. You were our Tackle Warehouse winner. $500 gift card coming into your hand right there. Hold that thing up. You can go get prepared for the next event by buying a bunch of tackle at Tackle Warehouse. All right, man, let's talk a little bit about it. It was a tough day yesterday. You righted it a little bit today. You had 16.59. You found something out. Maybe it'll hold out to the next time we're here. But you know what? We got this right now. You're going to start going home. What's going on out there? And thank some people.
Yeah, yesterday I just dug too deep of a hole and couldn't get anything going. Just one of those days. Today was solid. Caught a good one. Caught some fish. I'd like to thank family and everyone that supports me and ready to get out of the heat.
All right, man. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. Congratulations on getting that Tackle Warehouse gift card. All right, our next angler coming out of Discovery Bay, California, Mr. Steve Hoover. Coming up here, Steve. All right, Steve, yesterday, 708. Your keeper count was 7. You needed about 20 more on that side. You're going to need a monster bag of about 26 pounds. Let's see. That's not a confident look. 878 right there. Hold up a couple of those bass real quick. Get some more pictures. All right, Steve, you went out there, got a few smallmouth right there. They weren't quite enough to, cut days here, and you're not going to make it, man. No. It's Championship Sunday tomorrow.
Yeah, earlier Greg said he had a case of the drops. I had a case of couldn't get bit. 2 hard days, extremely hot, had no clue what was going on. Hats off to the guys who smashed them, because some of these guys did. I won't take them any time. When you don't do good, you just want to get out of here.
All right, Steve. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event, my friend. All right, our next angler coming out of Valley Springs, California, Mr. Jake Arbuckle. That's right. Give it up for that man. He had 461 yesterday. He had 4 keepers overall. You're 23 shy on the keeper count. You're 28.64 shy on weight. Let's see if we're there. We're not. 565. You were so close, my friend. All right, Jake, hold up a couple real quick. Get some pictures. All right, Jake, it was just a tough tournament out there for you all the way around, it looks like. Had nothing really figured out. What's going on?
Yeah, this place has definitely got my number. How these guys are catching them is beyond me. I mean, I went from looking at them to flipping to punching to frogging to flipping. I couldn't crack it. I burned 2 tanks of gas each day, or tank of gas a day, running around trying to figure it out and couldn't. So I'm going to go home. I got one goal, don't suck. I suck. So I'm going to go home, recoup, try to dig out of this hole in a couple months, and, let these guys get up here, get on stage. Need to thank family for coming down, and, TNT Trucking, Arch Oil, Cost Per Mile Tire, HSI Mechanical, Greater Bay Protective Services, Mercury Marine, P-Line, everybody that gets me here, KMG Products. Without them, I couldn't even do this, so I appreciate all you guys at home that are watching, and we'll see you back at the grind on Tuesday.
All right, Jake, great job out there, man. Just the same. We'll see you at our next event, buddy. Good job. All right, our next angler coming out of Beaverton, Oregon, Mr. Brian Osborne. All right, Brennan, you've been tearing it up, but this weekend it has been a little tougher for you. 568 yesterday. 3 keepers. You're 24 shy on that side. You are 27.57 shy. You didn't quite make a dent in that with 261 today. You know what? Give that over there. We're not even going to do it for you. You don't want to hold that one up. That's fine. Let's talk about what happened right there and thank some of your sponsors, man.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank all my sponsors. I've got a lot of them to come on board to support me this year. So without them, I couldn't be here. I want to thank my parents, my girlfriend, friends and family at home for watching, supporting me. This is my first Super 60 tournament. Super interesting format. I'm definitely a big fan. But with the no practice, I was hoping to get comfortable early, and I just never did. It ended up being a real grinder for me, and I didn't want to spin out, but I feel like I kind of did. So I definitely got to go rethink my strategy for the next go-around, but I'm going to be back with a vengeance.
All right, Brennan. Nobody really wanted to hear that, but hey, you know what? We'll see you at our next event. Thank you. All right, our next angler coming out of Melba, Idaho, Mr. Josh Polford. All right, Josh, welcome back up to the stage, man. 1588 yesterday was a good bag. 22 keepers means you're about 5 shy on the keeper count. We're looking for 1737 to be in that bag. You got a decent bag. Let's see what it says. It's just going to be a little shy as well. 1351. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple of those fish. All right, good fish, man. Good one out there. You had a little bit more of a struggle today. Your keeper count wasn't what you were looking for, I'm guessing, all the way. What happened out there? And, thank everybody at home.
Yeah, I got to just thank all you guys for putting on a great event, and all my sponsors, my family for coming down and supporting me. I screwed up today. I lost 5 or 6 fish at the boat that I touched, and that's why they call it fishing, not catching. It's just part of it, and it's, hopefully it's enough to get a check, but we'll see. There's a lot of good guys behind me, so we'll see how everything falls.
All right, Josh, head off to the left right there. See you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Kennewick, Washington, Mr. Ronald Mace. Come on up here, Ron. All right, Ron, yesterday you had 0. Today, right now, you have 0. We're looking for your keeper count. It's 10. You're about 17 shy on keeper count, and you're about 33 pounds shy of making the cut. But you put a heck of a move on it with 16-17. Reaching that bag right there, hold a couple fish up. Nice fish. Take your thing off. Mark just wants to make sure you meet some pretty pictures of you. All right, Ron, let's talk about this just a second here. What happened yesterday, and tell them what happened today.
Yesterday, I was sick and didn't really pay attention to my time, and I was late. And today, I paid a little better attention, and I'm not nearly as sick, and we're good.
All right, Ron. You know what? You're not going to make that cut, but hey, head off to the left. We'll see you at our next event. Great job. All right, our next angler coming out of Weiser, Idaho, Mr. Jason Hickey. Come on up here, Jason. All right, 10 keepers overall. You needed 17 more of those. You had 12-13 yesterday. You need 21-12 today. That's got to be a big bag right there. Let's see what happens, Jason. Mike brings it out. He puts it on the scale. He makes it dramatic and says, not quite. 11-15, though. Reaching that bag right there. Hold up a couple of those fish. All right, Jason, what happened out there for you this weekend?
I wasn't going to the right places. I didn't pick the right spots. I'm doing the same thing everybody else is, for the most part, doing. throwing a drop shot, throwing the Senko, and I just didn't get around them. You know, I made a lot of casts, did a lot of different things, and certainly never got stuck on one place. I saw a lot of water, just never found the right water. But I just need to thank all my, you know, it takes a lot of people to make this happen. You know, I can't imagine what it takes for you guys to make this happen, but just for one guy to be gone, you know, my wife and I have 3 different businesses, and, you know, we have a big family, and so it takes a lot of people to help make this happen. So, you know, I just got to tell all those guys thank you, and, you know, appreciate them all, and I wish I could do a little bit better to you know, justify all that work that goes into making this happen. But, you know, I'm really looking forward to Brownlee, so ready to move on. And there's a big line back there, so I'll get out of here.
All right, Jason, we'll see you up there. Thanks for coming out fishing with us. A good job, man. All right, our next angler coming out of Templeton, California, Mr. Austin. Bonjour. Austin was leading on the keeper count yesterday. Today, he's got 30 total right now. That puts you in first overall for keepers again. You need that bag to be 1553. You had 1772 yesterday, 1687 today. Good consistency right there. I think you're fishing tomorrow, my friend. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple fish. 34.59 overall. But it's that 30 on keeper count that he's going to make it in for sure. Austin, tomorrow's going to be another day. Did you save some fish out there for what's going to happen?
I've just been fishing around and catching whatever I can find. And today was a junk fishing day. Yesterday was a lot of sight fishing. Today I caught them on a 9-inch glide bait, a frog, a Senko, a robo worm, just everything. It was, and then I want to say thanks to Rick and Mark Lazane. Rick Smith right here and Mark, they helped me get back on the water today. I had an error with my trolling motor batteries. One of them was dead, so it was your one bad battery is as good as all of them, I guess, is what they say. So Rick helped me diagnose it. I had 5 keepers and barely anything until Mark and Rick helped me out. So huge shout out to them, because that's what kept me on the water. I went and caught 7 more fish at the end of the day. So thank you for you guys. And yeah, my beautiful wife back home watching with my girls. They got the flu or some kind of sickness right now, so that kind of hurts being here. But kids always get sick, so. And then, yeah, it's just been a great time.
All right, man. Well, we will see you tomorrow. Head out to the left. Good luck. All right, there's a few more to go, but they're all going to have to wait for just one more second while we take our last commercial break. Be back in just a second.
Tackle Warehouse has everything you need to get out and catch more bass. Rods for every application or technique. Over 1,000 reels to choose from. Monofilament, braid, and fluorocarbon lines. A massive selection of baits from the smallest to the largest. Exclusive baits and colors only available at Tackle Warehouse. Everything you need to build or customize your favorite lures. And of course, countless options to store it all. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest Self-Storage. Now, check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear, have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
One look and you'll know. These fired-up next-gen machines are engineered like no other. Precision-tuned to excel under pressure, Vexus boats have revolutionized what quality, performance, innovation, and a true rough water ride can be. Check out the long list of advantages at VexusBoats.com. After all, some things turn your head, others ignite your soul.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. This is going to be the last wave we have of anglers, and they have got to make that cut if they want to work their way into Championship Sunday and a chance at $50,000 and being crowned the champion of Lake Havasu. And we're going to start by seeing if Mr. Dalen Smith out of Fraser Park, California can do it. Come on up here, bud. 26 keepers overall, 1965 yesterday. You need 1360 today. I think you were going for keepers overall. But a good weight of 1360, you can do that, and he did do that. 1666, everybody. Good weight right there. He's sitting good with keepers. He's sitting good with weight. Whew. All right, man. Great job out there. I think we'll see you tomorrow, but it's going to be close. You want to say anything real quick?
Yeah, I want to save the thank yous for tomorrow. Hopefully we make it, but we just grinded today. It didn't go as planned, didn't catch as many fish as we wanted to, lost a big one, but kept my head in it, caught a big one last 20 minutes, saved the day. I hope it gets me in there, but we'll see. We'll have to wait it out.
All right, man. Head up to the left, and we'll cross our fingers for you. All right, our next angler coming out of Vacaville, California, Mr. Billy Hume. Come on up here, Billy. All right, man, 11:21 yesterday. 6 keepers overall means you're going to be about 20 shy on that side. 24.64 needs to be in that bag. Billy, I watched you walk across this stage, and I can say with confidence, it's not in there. 24.64 is what we're looking for. 7.74 is what we get. Hold up a couple fish, and let's say some thanks to the people at home, man. Good job, though. Some nice Lake Havasu bass. All right, man, it's a tough one out there. Looks like it just wasn't your weekend out here. Didn't quite get onto any of them. What kind of happened out there for you?
You know, yesterday I thought I found a flip bite. I caught a 5, a 4.5, and then a 3. Thought I was doing well. Thought I had something pretty good. Ran all the way down there today. I had 7 bites, 6 shorts, and 1 3-pounder. And that's just how it went. And then I ran around through Senkos and drop shots all day and just never got bit. I couldn't figure that out.
All right, man, it's a tough one out there when you don't make that cut. But you know what? All you can do is say, you know what? See you at the next event. So that's what we'll do. See you at the next event, Billy. Thank you very much, man. All right, our next angler coming out of Queen Creek, Arizona, Mr. Jamie Reuter. All right, Jamie, yesterday you had 1378 and you had 24 keepers overall. You're 2 shy on the keeper count right now, and we're looking for a monster bag, 2207. If he pushes on that scale real good, you'll have that for a couple seconds. You did, but you don't anymore. 1580 is what you got reaching that bag. Hold up a couple fish. It was a great move you put on right there. You're going to have 29.58. You're going to be about 6.5 pounds shy and 2 keepers shy to make the cut on to Championship Sunday. Good job. You had some good fish out there. You know, I keep hearing that there's a lot of big fish out there, but it seems like this lake is fishing a little stingy right now.
Yeah, you know, the spawn's just starting to turn on. Those largemouth just started kind of pulling up today. I had a giant sitting on a bed, well, off the bed, that didn't want to move up and eat. Every fish I caught, I saw. You know, it's going to be good next weekend for sure.
We're not here next weekend.
Yeah, I know, but I will. I will be.
All right, man. Well, hey, you know what? You want to say anything to anybody at home?
Yeah, I really got a big shout out to Stealth Lithium Batteries, man. Those guys took good care of me, got me around the lake yesterday. I have two 36-volt trolling motor batteries parallel, and I drained those boys yesterday down to 42%. And that's a lot of moving.
Well, I'll tell you what. Stay right here. I was at the Bassmasters Classic this weekend. I met your Stealth boys back there. Great guys. I am even wearing their socks today. See? That's how it works right there. Stealth is backing us up out here with the anglers. Jamie, sorry you couldn't make that cut for Championship Sunday, but we'll see you at our next event. Great job out there, man. All right, our next angler coming out of Lake Havasu, Arizona, Mr. Roy Hawk, everybody. All right, Roy, you had 18 keepers. You had 1378. You need 2207 because you were 8 shy on keeper count. You need a big bag in there today. You put a move on it, but didn't quite get there. 1743, everybody. Still a good bag. All right, Roy, great job right there. All right, let's talk about what happened out there, right? And give some people at home some thanks.
Well, my goal was to make it on keeper count, try and get in the top 5, and then go for big ones the last day, and I kind of failed at both ends. So I just lost too many the first day, and then I lost another 5 today, and I could just never figure out how to land them, But overall, good tournament, and I'm glad you guys are here, man. That's awesome. I want to thank Anderson Toyota for their support for this event. I want to thank my beautiful bride and my Nana over there helping out with the fundraiser. We're raising money for 42 Forever, which is a nonprofit organization that helps kids learn how to fish. So if you're inclined, go over and make a donation or just have a free sandwich. Thanks.
All right, Roy, thank you very much for being up here. Thank you for bringing them out here and having support a great event. And we'll see you at our next event, man. Our next angler coming out of Oakley, California, Mr. Bo Jodry. Come on up here, Bo. All right, yesterday you had 1523. You had 12 keepers, which means you're 14 shy on keeper count. That means that bag needs to weigh 2062 if you want to make the cut for Championship Sunday. 2062 is what we're looking for. Not quite there. 1125, though. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish to get some pictures. Nice fish. Havasu still putting out some good quality bass. All right, Bo, who you want to thank, man? Because unfortunately, the ride home starts today, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave tomorrow. I want to thank my wife for taking this trip with me out here, helping out, pulling me out of the water every day, dropping me in. It really helped out a lot. Love the lake, beautiful lake. Got to see a lot of it today. Just ran all over the place trying to find these fish. Just never really found them.
All right, man. You got anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody that sponsors me. San Francisco Elevator, Garmin, Dobbins Rods, everybody. They helped me out quite a bit.
All right, Bo. Great job out there. Unfortunately, this wasn't your weekend. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Puyallup, Washington, Mr. Rich Kraft. All right, Rich, 1583 yesterday means you have to have 2002 today. You had 15 keepers, which means you're shy on that one by about 11. We're looking for that 2002. Put a good move on it, though. 1718, going to be a little shy. Nice fish, though. Rich, you're around some quality fish. You had something going on out there. It just seems like a little bit of a stumble today, a little bit of stumble yesterday. What went on out there?
I wouldn't call it a stumble. This is my first time here, so I'm pretty proud of those bags. Mostly drop shot in 20 feet. The habitats, that's a big thing here, but I'm pretty happy with what I got here. My my drive tomorrow starts tomorrow, 20 hours. So it's a long haul. So I got to thank Toyota Puyallup. You know, my Tundra's awesome. It tows great. It's pretty good on gas. So and it got me here. So it should get me home. It's a great truck. Thank everybody that sponsors me, Nixon Marine, Mercury, Camus, Dobbins. Dobbins rods were killer this weekend, pulling these fish out of the habitats. It's a fight sometimes. You'll break them off, you lose them, but Boat Drip, Live Fishing, my buddy Matt, he makes some pretty cool stuff. Roboworm, Morning Dawn, Chartreuse Tail, they're killing it. So that's about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, we're headed your way next. We'll be up there, and we'll see you up there, man. Great job, Rich. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Bakersfield, California, Mr. Mason Maccabee. Come on up here, Mason. All right, Mason, 16.55 yesterday was a good bag of fish. 18 keepers, you were about 8 shy. That bag needs to be 19.30 or the trip home starts today. Close, 14.68. Good weight, but just a little shy. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple of those fish right there. Good job, man. You know, I'll tell you, everybody out there, yes, I say, hey, it's going to start today. You're not going to, but you got to remember, some of these guys, they're always so moving up just so they can get a better check and a better check. We don't just pay the top 10. We pay a lot further down than that. Mason, let's talk about what happened out there and thank the people at home, man.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to all my sponsors, Stealth Sticks, SMC, my new sponsor, Motor City. I got a new truck this year with BAM Super 60 Championship money, so got me here, and I had AC for the first time in a year, so that was pretty cool. But, yeah, it was just a little bit different today. Water was a little dirtier. Couldn't see the bedfish as much, so I'm happy with the way I did today.
All right, Mason, great job out there. Congratulations on AC. Great time to have it, for sure. All right, we'll see you at our next event. So glad Mark could help you get that truck. All right, our next angler coming out of Oakley, California, Mr. Nick Cloutier. Come on up here, Nick. All right, and yesterday you had 19-18. You have 26 keepers overall. That's going to put you in 8th place overall with keeper count. Leading the way, you need 16.67 in that bag right there. That weight's going to go. Good weight right there, 16.06, man. You're on the right fish. I think you're going to make it to Championship Sunday. There's not that many anglers left. Reach in there real quick. Hold up a couple of those fish. Nice fish. All right, Nick, you're in 6th place overall right now. That's a good place to be with only 6 anglers left. Somebody could fall a little bit, but there's still some good anglers out there. You feeling pretty confident?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. This is only the 2nd time I've ever been here. What I wanted to do didn't pan out. I wanted a reaction. I wanted to flip. I wanted to do all that. I finessed everything, and if I go out tomorrow, I'm just going to do the same thing. So huge shout out to my wife and kids. They're at home watching me right now. I love you guys. Sorry, Dad won't be home for another day, it looks like. But huge shout out to my sponsors, Gone Fishing Marine, Ranger Boats, Phoenix Rods, G-Rat Baits, P-Line, First Gen. Couldn't do it without them. If anyone's in the market for a new Ranger boat, I have a brand new 2026 521R that is up for sale right now. Anyone wants to demo ride or anything while I'm out here, give me a call and let's get out on the water.
All right, Nick. Let's see if you make that. I'm pretty sure you will, so we'll see you in the morning, man. Head off to the left right there. All right, our next angler coming out of Woodland, California, Mr. Mark Kobe. All right, Mark, come on up here, man. You had 9.64 yesterday, leaves you a heck of a gap to jump. 7 keepers overall. You're going to be about 19 shy on that one. That bag needs to be 26.71. He lifted with one hand, which means I don't think it's going to quite make it. It's a little shy, 9.57. Reach in, hold up a couple of them real quick, and we'll thank some people at home.
No, I got one up here. Thanks, though. Step to your right just a little bit, bud. There you go.
All right, Mark. You're a little shy on everything right there, which means that today you're not going to make it into championship Sunday, and your dreams of taking home $50,000 is not quite there anymore. You want to talk a little bit about what happened out there, and thanks to people at home?
Yeah, so you learn, you suck. It happens. Get ready for the next derbies. I mean, we got Clear Lake next week in ABA. But, yeah, I just want to thank sponsors, Lubriplate, Angler's Paradise, Stealth Sticks, and friends and family at home. And, we get ready for the next one, go to Brownlee, see what we can do.
All right, man, thanks for coming out and fishing with us. You're on the Super 60, man. Remember that, and we will see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Moses Lake, Washington, Mr. Aaron Echternkamp. All right, Aaron, yesterday you had 14 pounds. 13 keepers is going to be 13 shy of what you need to move on in keeper count. We're looking for that bag to weigh 2185. Let's see what we get. Hey, you put a good move on it. 1395, though, man. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple fish real quick. All right, good job, man, but you're not going to move on to Championship Sunday this time. But we are coming your way. Going to be in your backyard next. What happened out there today?
Oh, this is the first time I've ever really I came down and pre-fished a little bit. Everything when I was down here pre-fishing caught on reaction baits, and while I was here this week, I couldn't catch them unless I saw them. So tried to find something bigger than what I was catching. Spent most of my tournament up the river, and that's what I could find.
All right, man, you want to thank anybody home real quick?
I thank everybody at G. Loomis and Shimano, Mike Bruce, Brian May, and the family for supporting me and keeping work going and traveling with me while I'm doing this.
All right, man, we'll see you at our next event. Head on off right there. All right, our next angler coming out of Covington, Washington, Mr. Travis Archer. All right, Travis, welcome back up to the stage. Yesterday you had 12-19. You got 14 keepers overall. That's your 12 shy on that side. That bag needs to be 23-66. It is not. 14-23, though, man. Good weight. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple fish real quick. We'll get some pictures. Nice smallmouth. All right, man, it's a long drive down. You come out here, and you're not going to make Championship Sunday, but hey, you know what? You have a good time out there, and thanks to people at home, and tell us a little about what happened.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody who supported me this year. I mean, I'm so happy that they're supporting me to travel and do all the Super 60. I've been dreaming to do this stuff. It's super fun. Today was tough. I ended up finding some small bites, and I said, you know what, let's run with this. Let's try and get the keeper count, and I just didn't get enough keepers today. Caught a lot that were like half-inch too short, though.
All right, man, it's a tough one out there. You know what? We'll see you at our next event. Thank you very much. Head on off to the left. All right, our next angler coming out of Lewiston, Idaho, Mr. Joey Walton. Coming up here, Joey. All right, man, yesterday you had 12.05. You need 23.80 today. Your keeper count was 14. It's about 12 shy. That bag had better be a monster one, my friend. 23.80 is what we're looking for. Good move. 14.62. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple fish. All right, man, good fish. You seem to be around them a little bit, but, you know, it just didn't quite work out this weekend. What happened out there for you, and thanks to people at home?
Yeah, you know, this place is crazy. I've never been here, and to see as many boats as I've seen, insane. But, yeah, I figured it out a little bit late yesterday, and it was a sight fishing deal for me today, so I just kind of stayed with that and found some decent fish and kind of just stayed with the program. But yeah, it was a good week. I want to thank my sponsors, 6 Sense Fishing, Diamond Shop, Grant Mechanical, Woodside, Powerhouse Lithium, and can't wait for the next one at Brownlee.
All right, man, we'll be up there soon. Head off to the left, though. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Brentwood, California, Mr. Asher Haynes. Coming up here, Asher. All right, Asher, yesterday you had 1267. That means you need 2318 today. You had 8 keepers, which means you're about 18 shy on that side. That has to be a giant bag, my friend. It is not a giant bag. It is 681, though. Quality fish. Reach in there, hold up a couple real quick. All right, man. Asher, you went out there, and it was just a tough weekend for you, man. You didn't quite get what you needed. But, let's talk a little bit about it. Thank the people at home.
Yeah, definitely. It was a tough week for me. I really just never figured them out. Ran all around, just could not get on anything consistent. But had a fun week, though. This place is cool. I mean, I'm sure other times if I were to come here, I'd probably figure them out a little bit better. But, no, great lake, great facilities. Thanks to BAM. I want to thank my sponsors this year. Fan Compass and Rolling H Ranch in Eugene, Oregon, making it possible. But good week of learning. I'll be ready when I come back next time.
All right, man. We're headed north soon. Get ready for that, but head off to the left right now. And then there were 2. All right, our next angler coming out of Spokane Valley, Washington, Mr. Jake Boomer. All right, Jake, 920 yesterday, 7 keepers. You're 19 shy on the keeper count. That has got to be a giant bag. 2665 is what we're looking for. Not going to quite do it with 918. Reach into that bag real quick. Hold them up. You know what? Without an alpha angler rod in his hand, he just can't catch fish. That's all right. Let's talk a little bit about it. It was a tough weekend for you. Thanks some people at home.
They're actually here, and thank you. My kids came down. We traveled with the Crones. It was a good trip. This is always fun to come down here, but I'm not putting the time in that you need to do to compete against this level of guys, and this is what you get. You get 2 9-pound days. So I don't particularly like Havasu fishing, but I need to figure it out, and so then I can have better days. But I'm still grateful that we have this league, that we get to travel the West Coast. Thanks to Mark Lassane, all of my sponsors, Limit Out Marine, Suzuki, a lot of them, Les Schwab. Thank you guys. This is a dream to get to do this. So, and it's eye-opening when you see how good these guys are and how hard you're going to have to work just to stay in it. So, super cool. Thank you guys.
All right, Jake, great job out there, man. But we'll see you at our next event. And now we're down to our last angler for the Super 60, trying to make Championship Sunday. He's out of Turlock, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Christian Ostrander. All right, Christian, 16 keepers. You're about 10 shy on that side. 1821 yesterday. Good bag. You're going to need to back that up with 1764 to make it on weight. We are going to be just a touch shy with 984. You going to hold up a couple fish today? Christian, thanks for coming out and fish with us. You want to say anything real quick?
No, man. Fishing's a crazy sport. I'm so tired. I'm done.
All right, buddy. We'll see you in the next one. Have it out there. I look to my right. There's nobody left. That was it. Go on there. Just on the bubble was Greg Gutierrez. 25 keepers. Bryant Smith, 35.84. He didn't get that 11th place. Check back with us because some of these guys, I think Brian said he's got to get on a plane and leave. There might be somebody that moves up.
And there probably will be.
All righty. We got Joe Mariani, Aaron Britt, Nick Cloutier, Dalen Smith, Adam Deacon, Ty Ayu, Austin Bonjour, and Luke Johns is holding down after day 2. He is the leader again with 41.95. Stick around and let's see who moves that one place up. Thanks for tuning in to the BAM Trail. We will see you tomorrow for Championship Sunday. We'll crown that champion right here.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
One look and you'll know. These fired up next-gen machines are engineered like no other. Precision tuned to excel under pressure, Vexus boats have revolutionized what quality, performance, innovation, and a true rough water ride can be. Check out the long list of advantages at VexusBoats.com. After all, some things turn your head, others ignite your soul.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.
Hey, Northern California bass anglers. Ready to elevate your fishing game? Ford Fairfield partners with Bass Angler Magazine to offer top-notch trucks tailored for your needs. Our simple pricing ensures a fair deal and exceptional service. We live and breathe bass fishing, participating in local tournaments to understand exactly what you need so you never miss a good bite. Visit Ford Fairfield today and let's hit the water together.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Whether you're chasing your next tournament win or just love the sport of bass fishing, Bass Angler Magazine keeps you connected to the heart of the action. Each issue delivers expert techniques from top pros, in-depth tournament coverage, gear insights, and the latest innovations shaping the sport. From learning new patterns to staying up to date on the biggest events in professional bass fishing, Bass Angler Magazine gives anglers the knowledge and edge they need on the water. Subscribe today and stay one cast ahead. Visit bassanglermag.com and join the community of anglers who live and breathe bass fishing.
Tackle Warehouse has everything you need to get out and catch more bass. Rods for every application or technique. Over 1,000 reels to choose from. Monofilament, braid, and fluorocarbon lines. A massive selection of baits from the smallest to the largest. Exclusive baits and colors only available at Tackle Warehouse. Everything you need to build or customize your favorite lures. And of course, countless options to store it all. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ridge Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ridge Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water.